data, encrypted data. So data must first be encrypted and then it will be uploaded on the server. Now, whenever we are uploading encrypted data on the server, the major problem arises is how we can process this encrypted data at the server side. Okay, so the processing of encrypted data at the cloud server, it is a major challenge when we are dealing with cryptographic approaches. The only solution, the solution would be a very initial solution, you can say, it would be you have to download all the stored data and then you decrypt entire data and all the data and then you do some sort of processing on encrypted data. But that itself will take much, it introduces much communication as well as storage cost at the local site of customer. Now, we are currently talking about public cloud infrastructure. Because of usage of public cloud infrastructure, we are having such kind of security problems. Okay. Now, why we are going for public cloud infrastructure? So we do not want to manage entire hardware infrastructure at our side. Now, if we are downloading entire database in our side, we require some sort of storage information where our major idea was what that at our side we do not have a large infrastructure. That's why we are dealing with public infrastructure. So this trivial approach like downloading entire database and then do decryption and then do processing on that data, it is completely unacceptable or we can say impractical in current scenario. Okay, so there are basically now what kind of data processing comes from? So processing of encrypted data is indeed a challenging task. Now processing of data, it means what? So processing of data, it means it is performing some sort of operation on data, or if you are thinking about firing some query on entire encrypted database, that could also be considered as data processing. Okay, so when you are dealing with operation on encrypted data, in literature you will be finding out homomorphic encryption concept. Now this concept, homomorphic encryption, it means that it is the encryption technique with which you would be able to do some sort of operation on encrypted data without performing actual decryption. So without performing decryption, how to ciphertext could be processed so that I would be having appropriate result. Okay. So there are number of techniques available. Amongst these techniques, that the available techniques could be either partially homomorphic or maybe fully homomorphic. In partial homomorphic, we can say that all the traditional algorithms of encryption like RSA, Alkamal, and Gold Wizard, Mekali, all these encryption, typical public key cryptographic encryption mechanism, they can be considered as partial homomorphic encryption. Why? Because RSA, if we are thinking about RSA, whenever we are encrypting some data with RSA encryption mechanism, and then whenever you are adding this to data, the result would be same as the multiplication of that data in original form. Okay, so either you can with label technique, whatever encryption mechanisms are available. With that mechanism, we can either perform addition or multiplication, but we cannot perform both operations. Like suppose I want to perform a plus b multiplied by c, then that and I am having ciphertext of a, b and c, then with one shot in single operation I cannot perform all these two operations, both of these operations, that is multiplication and addition. So that's why fully homomorphic encryption system came into consideration or came into picture. Okay, so what is there in fully homomorphic encryption? It performs multiple operations over ciphertext without actually performing decryption. Okay, so FHG is, however, the computational complexity of FHG is much more as compared to partially homomorphic encryption, and that's why it is not much popular like partial homomorphic encryption mechanism. However, our major topic it is on search on encrypted data. Search on encrypted data means I I may have entire database, encrypted database on server, and I want to perform some sort of search based on the query that is selected by customer or that is selected by client. Okay, so that is known as encrypted search. Now, customer only send a query to the server, and at the server side, the data would be searched without performing actual decryption. So entire database is encrypted form, and queries also in encrypted form, and server would perform some operation on between query and available database, so that only the record that is matching with the query that can be fetched from the database, and then server would further forward the result to the customer. Now in this entire process, server would not be able. Server is what? Server is at the service provider side. So service provider or server at the service provider would not be able to see anything. He would not be able to see query. He would not be able to even see data. So only he has to fetch record, means fetching record from the database to query, and for result would be forwarded to customer, requested customer. Okay. So this is the technique for search over encrypted data. So search is actually is the operation performed at the server side. So there are three basic approaches available. Either it is obtuse RAM or BE, that is property preserving encryption, or structured encryption. So what is there in ORAM? ORAM is a special mechanism where your query is being encrypted in such a way that the access pattern means whatever the query terms available based on which you are performing search, that would not be leaked to server. So server would not be able to see the query, access pattern is not available to server, and so computationally also it is somewhat good. But this kind of ORAM mechanism, there are lots of algorithms available under this ORAM mechanism, but these mechanisms, they work only for small data set. Okay, if database is very small, then only the computational complexity would be good, or you can say it is computationally efficient. Otherwise, for large database, no one would suggest you about going for object-based RAM. It offers security also, maximum security and very expressiveness also, but the limitation is it is applicable to small database only. If we are going for property preserving encryption, some of you might have heard about deterministic encryption. Deterministic encryption means what? Whatever your plain text, whenever you are encrypting it using deterministic encryption, always it will give you the same ciphertext. Means suppose I am encrypting A and my ciphertext converts my A to 05. Then next time when I again encrypting A, it will always give me 05. So for the same sentence, suppose I'm providing hello 5 times, so 5 times my ciphertext would be same. So with this is known as property preserving encryption. Okay, because some sort of format of my data will always be preserved even after encryption. So such kind of mechanism, it is suitable for large class of SQL queries on encrypted database. Okay. However, it doesn't have much, it doesn't offer much more security, because always the pattern would be always available to server, because server would always be able to compare ciphertext, and it identifies, yes, these two ciphertexts are same. So there is these two are the repeated data. Okay. So lack of security it is being offered by property preserving encryption, and whereas the third solution, that is structured encryption, it is one of the most effective kind of solution for encrypted search. Okay, so what is there in structured encryption? It offers first of all maximum security with efficient algorithm, and but it is having lack of query execution. Now, what is there in structured encryption? What is the mechanism it is being available in structured encryption? So, in structured encryption, there are two types of data available. One is your database or data set, and another one that is associated data structure. Okay, that's why a spatial structure, data structure, I think you might be aware about data structure. That is the memory concept. Okay, so it may be stack, it may be two, it may be linked list or something, or tree or something. So any a suitable data structure is being chosen, and the data structure is associated with your original data. Now this data structure, it includes some sort of information about the about the uh, about the words that you want to search in future. Okay, so based on which word you want to perform search, that is available within this data structure. Okay, so here what happens in structured encryption, database itself or data set itself, it is in encrypted form, so that offers confidentiality because data set is completely in hidden format. It is completely in different format, you can say. It is in terms of ciphertext. Besides data set, data structure is it itself is also being encrypted. So it is encrypted with the defined structured encryption mechanism. Okay. Now, here the problem is what very expensive is very to by very expensive. What that I call that select star from my table one, where name equal to this and student roll number equal to this, or student roll number equal to this. Okay, so and or both of I want, so that is known as query expressive. So some of the mechanism, the initial structured encryption mechanism, they offer only exact search. Means they do not offer such kind of and or relation. Afterwards, there are mechanisms available for AND operations only. Then there is mechanism for OR operation only. And nowadays, there are lots of research is being done on Boolean query support for structured encryption. So nowadays, whatever mechanisms are available, they offer a great query expressiveness besides security as well as efficiency. It is basically suitable for unstructured database also. It is suitable for structured database, structured data also. Structured data means your database. Okay, where you are having rows and columns kind of form. Whereas it is also suitable for unstructured data, and that is currently the major requirement in today's scenario. Because in today's scenario, we will be having our data in of images, we will be data in terms of documents, emails, and etc. So it is one of the most important kind of data processing capability over encrypted data stored over cloud infrastructure. So this form of encryption where keyword-based data structure is available at this place, it is known as searchable encryption. So we'll take somewhat more detail about searchable encryption. So what is there in searchable encryption? Searchable encryption, it allows a client to store encrypted data over server. This is the basic technology of our cryptographic approaches for secure data storage over cloud infrastructure. This is supposed to be cloud storage server, and this is supposed to be a client. So at this place, you will be having cloud service provider who are maintaining cloud storage server, and the client that are the customer of cloud service provider. Cloud service provider. Okay. So client stores or uploads searchable ciphertext. Now these data are in terms of ciphertext, so they are in encrypted form. Now in encrypt for performing encryption, suppose client use searchable encryption. So with searchable encryption, the original data like your email or maybe your document, it is taken as a payload message. One additional data structure is being associated with this message. So that additional data structure now is known as, in terms of searchable encryption, is known as text. Okay. And once all such kind of ciphertexts are being uploaded to server, now server is having collection of such kind of searchable ciphertext. As and when client requires to perform search across data, what he has to do, he has to send a special token to server. Now this token it is based on the query selected or chosen by the client. Afterwards, server applies this token on the set of ciphertext, and then server sends the